Welcome back to the third game in the Darksiders trilogy. This is Darksiders 3. And I've played this a lot. I like this game. Delete. The original game released with story balanced and challenging. They later added apocalyptic and reckoning because some people are masochists. Not doing that. We're going to play with default mode. This will make sense here in a few minutes, but I want to get through the opening, and then we'll talk about what kind of game this is, if you don't already know. No nightmare mode. Nightmare mode is if you die, you're dead.
Why did the Creator construct a universe teeming with imperfection, misery, sin? Among the scholars of both heaven and hell, this query is known as the riddle of sorrows. If sin is itself a part of the grand design, is not sin then, by definition, divine? A question for the sages. The one particularly restless bunch kept a robust relationship to the topic. The Nephilim. Spawn of angels and demons. Warriors, relentless, unstoppable, blood-mad. Until they were betrayed by four of their own. War, death, fury, and strife. The four horsemen of the apocalypse. Inconceivable power was bestowed upon the traitors by those sworn to maintain symmetry twixt order and chaos. The Charred Council. Bear witness as the Council holds court to end the Nephilim War in the name of balance. This is the new pact. War, bringer of worldwide fire. You are the juggernaut of all pain. Death, dark soul of eternity. You are the deepest decay. You are anti-life. Strife, endless spirit of timeless unrest. You are all that is unsettled in the hearts of that which lives and breathes. And finally, fury. Terrible engine of rage. You are the machine that...
Are we to waste our time on ceremony, or are we to fight?
Step forward and recognize, horseman. You are the most impatient of your kin. The least predictable, dancing on the edge of your own reality. Your brothers understand the undertaking set before them. But do you?
Still talking! Shall I have Death fetch us some tea, or can we get on with it?
Fury, your role in this story is yet to be written. I wonder, will you light the flame of creation anew? Or stomp out the embers for good?
Dreams more thrilling than reality. Had I known the new pact would be so exciting, I would have let walls separate my head from my neck then and there. Is it possible to die of boredom? Rampage. Bored as I am, perhaps you're just lazy. If I didn't love you so much, I'd kill you just for something to do. The call? Finally. Please, please, please tell me you're a planet of demons that needs slaying. Or two. War. What pathetic fate have you brought upon yourself, brother?
Watch your tongue.
I may be least favored of all the horsemen, but my tongue never found me chained to a rock like some dog.
Fury, approach us.
I take it there is a mess that needs tending to.
Though you jest, you speak true. War has broken his vows to this council and shattered the seventh seal.
The apocalypse. Why would he...
We know not. Yet. As we speak, Earth falls beneath the spears of heaven and the hammers of hell.
So the horsemen are to ride.
No. While the Charred Council seeks to understand how and why the traitor war has committed this abominable act, there is a matter that requires delicate attention.
You should have called Strife. He's the delicate one.
The 7 deadly sins have been released, by whom we cannot say, but the 7 roam the earth, free of our prison. The balance between order and chaos is already in jeopardy. The 7 cannot be left unchecked. War is in chains. Death is missing. Strife attends to other matters. The last time you faced the sins, it required all 4 of you.
I can handle those fools in my sleep. But when this task is complete, I demand that you grant me my rightful place leading the horsemen.
If you would trade obedience for a title, so be it. But never make a demand upon us, horsemen. You depart immediately.
Greetings, Miss Fury. I must admit, this is a fortuitous fate.
A watcher? You doubt my allegiance?
Please, be not cross. I am such an admirer. Scratch that. I'm a fan. You are the horseman. The only one that matters.
Enough! I will allow you to accompany me. Just stay out of my way.
I will be as unto a shadow. Steadfast. Silent.
More silence!
Go! Seek out the place called Haven. Your quest for the 7 deadly begins there.
Fury, wait. Whatever has passed between us, search your heart. You cannot believe I am guilty of these crimes. Something is wrong with the universe. Be vigilant, Fury. Forces conspire against us. Heed my words!
Okay, so meet Fury, the most contentious. Nice landing. So, yeah, you can see where a lot of people would have been turned off. So, Fury is by far the most contentious of the 4 horsemen because of her attitude. She's vain, she's contentious, she's angry, she's... Essentially, she's pretty much all the 7 deadly sins, which makes this... Thank you, I know how souls work. Souls... Speaking of souls, souls work kind of like they did in the first game. For the most part, you're going to get blue souls, which is cash. Occasionally, you'll luck out and get some green ones, which refill your health. But if Darksiders 1 was an action-adventure game and Darksiders 2 was an open-world action RPG, then Darksiders 3 is a Souls-like. A nice feature, however, is that they did not include a stamina bar. This game is can get as hard as any Souls without dealing with a stamina management system. So you've got 3 stats. That's it. Arcane damage, which you will do with enhance your damage done during certain attacks, evade counters, charge, wrath, etc. Strength is just your straight damage, bonus, and then your health is obviously your health. This is a smaller game than the other 2 by a significant margin, but it works better. It's also probably got the fewest amount of bugs. That is not to say it's not bug-free, but it's definitely got few bugs. But because Fury is such a... Essentially, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. She's a bitch at the beginning. This actually makes her one of the best characters in the Darksiders franchise. And you'll have to watch the whole series to see why. Anyway, here's our first boss. I know.
Haven. A haven for what? Vermin?
Humans, mistress.
Adorable. Build a house of sticks during the end of the world. Where exactly do we go from here, Watcher?
I know not but what the Council commands, mistress. The quest for the 7 begins here.
Envy.
Mine! Humans, Haven, everything here! Mine! Move on, horsemen, or ye be mine too!
I'm on a mission.
Protecting humans? Humans think creation favors them. They are apes, crawling through dirt.
Quite the grudge you're carrying.
What they have, I will take. When they have nothing left, they will be my playthings until they break. You cannot stop me!
Oh, I don't want to. Humanity is tragically overrated. I am not here for them. I'm all yours.
No!
Ah, shit, I forgot. That's a straight jump.
You're not good enough to
We have our
face
healing
me.
items, the Nephilim's Respite. We'll get, I think it's about 7 total, but they refill at each resting point, and we'll get to those. This is probably the worst part of this entire game, actually. But you see, you do significant amount of damage to Envy. Whoops. It's assuming you hit her. Yep, thank you. I would have dodged that, but you had to interrupt me. Is there a double jump? Yes, there is. That's right. Now, Envy is by far the easiest boss in the game. I would hope so, considering where we are. But because of how the game works, . if you're not paying attention, especially with those, if she gets off that attack when she's charging and you have to jump, she kills you. You're dead.
Pretty. Come and get it.
Ah, that's mine!
Mistress, not to be a bother, but weren't you supposed to catch Envy?
I did. This talisman.
It's a vessel. Envy used it to hold energies from the rest of the Seven.
It will make a fitting prison for the others once their physical forms have been broken.
If I may, there is a sort of hum emanating from the talisman. That glow.
Will indicate when one of the Seven is nearby. I know.
So wise. You are all that the Council promised, Mistress.
I'm beginning to enjoy the sound of your voice, Watcher.
Talisman of Sin will guide you to the deadly sins. Is displayed at the top of the screen. It doesn't matter. There's a mini-map, or not a mini-map, a compass, and it's not that hard to find them, because literature crystals, these are your inventory souls. So you would collect a soul of a soldier or something like that, and you could go ahead into your inventory and use that to get an instant output. So small healing shards are the Nephilim's Respite will give you most of your health back. I think it's like 80%. It might be more like 70. But it recharges after every rest or checkpoint. And you'll see what
I would be remiss in my duties if I didn't point out that even with the talisman, locating the other deadly sins will prove a challenge.
Finding Envy was easy enough.
That was a gift. One I would not count on receiving twice. Envy was also, by far, the weakest of the deadly sins.
Anything else to add?
Only what I assume you already know. The armies of both heaven and hell have cordoned off the world of man into various areas of influence. Look around us. The upheaval we have seen is the very personification of the struggle between order and chaos. You have set for yourself an unenviable task, given these environs.
That's what makes it fun. The other sins are hiding across this shattered world. They strike at angels and demons alike in their own selfish bids for power. Their hubris will lead me right to them.
Perhaps, but you will need assistance.
Whatever I need, I will take, Watcher.
Let's talk about this, the healing shards. The healing shards are like 20% one-time heals. It can help you avoid using a Nephilim's Respite or supplement it, as the case may be. This is... So, Gunfire Games, I've talked about this in previous videos. Gunfire Games makes both the Darksiders games and the Remnant games. And you can really see where they went with Remnant from this game. Because, like the first one, we're all on Earth. Oh, right. Now I remember what our checkpoints are. I didn't do it.
I knew that war would one day unleash all this. But seeing it... his gifts are impressive.
May I remind you, you have no peer among your horsemen brethren.
Thankfully, there's the help I was talking about. Fury's whip. I can't remember if it has a name or not. Let's see. Barbs of Scorn. Scorn, the hilt that Fury carries with her at all times, forged with long ago by the Mad Smith. Scorn adapts to Fury's will with each of her forms. The third form of Scorn is a bladed whip that Fury wields with quick devastating precision. She has a hitbox of about, I want to say 40 degrees in front of her. Oh no, we have to meet him first. Which does make managing crowds easy. That's a grab. So you've got standard attacks, and then you've got crowd control. Okay, if you hold the button down. A healing shard. There, where are they? Are they upstairs? But I like this game because the art is great, the environments are good, the boss fights are solid, and it really works for this character as far as the Souls-like game. It's not a hard Souls-like. If you're interested in playing Souls games, you watched them on YouTube and you're interested in playing them, but you were concerned about the difficulty, this is a good place to start. Because it allows you to practice timing, attacks, reading enemies, all that. Right. And you don't have to worry about stamina management so much. And I actually like Fury as a character because she's callous, obnoxious pain in the ass. But it's not because she's that way, it's because of how she grows as a character over the course of the game. Because believe it or not, unlike the other two, well, I guess you could say that Death had a kind of a growth experience. War sure as shit didn't. Unless you count, learning that he was being played. Sorta, kinda. Mechanically, Fury is probably the weakest of the four horsemen, although that's debatable because we've never actually played Strife. Okay, I'm gonna back up. She's the weakest of the four horsemen at the beginning of the game. Partly because, not necessarily her power, but because of her impetuousness. She really lives up to her name. And she's more often than not going to jump into a fight before thinking about it. That's an arcane counter. And it's at the very last minute you have to dodge. Ah, purple crap. Wrath shards. We have a wrath bar, but because we don't have any other weapons, we don't have, we don't really have any way to use them. The Y button does nothing, A jumps, B doesn't do anything, B interacts, and X is our attack button. Shit. So this is where you can kind of let the game... The combat can and will get away from you if you're not careful. I wasn't very careful. I was going to go and burn the shard. And if you're feeling feisty, you can pick a fight with him. This is your test of, do you understand how this game works? Do you understand how Souls-like work? And can you read your enemies? Not bad, but more importantly, fortifier enhancement. And I think that gives us damage resistance. Physical and arcane damage with this +5 physical and arcane damage, +5 health. Sure. We don't have anything else. We might as well stock at the... Oh yeah, there's a lot of hold to use kind of buttons. There's also that thing up there, but I don't believe we can get it. This is the first time in the game series we don't actually get a map.
Perhaps there are human survivors.
Not my concern, Walker.
So we can only, the only reason I'm really using the, I guess it's like 60%. I'm not really too concerned about burning through the health shards, is because you can only carry a handful.
It's impressive. But is it just me, or is it out of place here?
It is a maker tree. Most likely we will find refuge there.
We know makers. There's a little bit of a side section. Ooh, there's also something right there. Let's get this couch out of the way. Love seat. Got it. Chaise lounge. Armoire. Also, the game really likes its jumps, ambushes. Like, really likes its ambushes. So unlike the first game, and in some cases the second game, Fury cannot tank enemy damage. You have to be mobile, you have to be playing ahead. You have to be paying attention. Because even the lowest level zombies taken 5 to 10% of my health. And here's our merchant.
Aren't we making a mighty ruckus?
Hello, Logan.
Says the demon who announces his ambush.
It was not my intention to do battle, horseman. Well, such a passionate little thing, aren't we?
Do not test my patience.
Very well. War is too hazardous an occupation for myself, horseman. I am here in the name of blind capitalism. I am Volgrim, merchant of the damned, a trader who deals in souls for profit. Even in the face of the apocalypse, one must endeavor to earn a living.
And whose souls do you trade in?
Angel, demon, or even human. All souls have value to me. I've seen the trail of bodies you've left in your wake.
What would I require from you?
That depends. What are your needs?
Information. The 7 deadly sins.
Whispers on the wind say that the fabled horsemen are but pawns in a larger game. Victims of a grand setup.
What do you know?
I know that the first one's free. Call for me if you have souls to trade, and perhaps you will consider my wares valuable.
Vulgrim. Fury can feed collected souls to Vulgrim to earn attribute points. So this is how we level up.
Good eating. Take your time.
So, small healing shard, as was his nature, the Archangel Raphael worked diligently to find new means of performing healing miracles. In these shards, he wove a strand of the life force that powered creation, so that any who possessed it might be healed. However, a strand wasn't nearly enough for Heaven's needs during the war. And they named Jamera, who's the big fat angel baby we fought in Darksiders II, who kicked my ass more than once. Continuing his important work as hell grew stronger and Heaven's armies began to stumble, Raphael took a new approach. Dipping into the Well of Souls, he removed a sampling of the spirits contained within and combined their essence with the life force strand. The result was more potent, but Raphael was not satisfied. And then the large healing shard. Desperate, obsessed with perfecting his miracle, Raphael did the unthinkable. Separating a small part of his angelic soul, he combined it with each element he had tried thus far. The resulting shard and healing provided were quite powerful, but Raphael was irreparably damaged. By the time Heaven had been provided enough shards to fill its need, he had gone mad and vanished from White City. So, like most Souls games, all items have some sort of lore attached to them. And I think this game does the most to, like, tell background information. It's not just, here's a dude, he's a demon. He might be powerful, you don't know. This is, okay, here's what happened. Here's a bit of the lore. For instance, Wrath Shard, reserved for the Dark Kingdom's commanders. Shard's energy is all-encompassing, altering those that use them with their very core. They become more than simply Hellspawn, they become something else entirely. Replenishes our wrath. Havoc Shards, contains within a raging storm of turmoil. The remnant of an angel's soul, deeply damaged and corrupted from demonic possession. Havoc Shards become more common the longer the war raged on. As the constitution of Heaven's armies weakened, possession became that much easier. And then a Strength Shard. This shard is largely dependent on the one who uses it. Its effect is determined by the strength of one's soul. Those who are weak-willed will find themselves receiving little benefit, and for those absent a soul, the shard's consumption is not advised. Echo Mark. Holding this token inspires reflection on past choices. It allows me to refund experience. Echo Marks are rare oddities, the results of deep regret over past decisions, coupled with a desire to make amends. Practitioners of dark magic harness this unique energy, creating trinkets capable of granting second chances. So these are the some of the enhancements we can purchase for our weapons. Unfocused Leviathan, though you are sibling to he who hath slain me, I will aid you for a time. Unfocused Rage, I am not interested in reason. Rejuvenating Core. This stone automatically increases the amount of health restored by Nephilim Respite by 75. So we're going to want to purchase these when we can. Right now Vulgrim only has one. We'll find shards of them elsewhere. This effectively, there's two kinds. There's the Rejuvenating Core, which increases the effectiveness of the Nephilim Respite, and then there's something else, I can't remember what it's called, but it increases the number of uses we get. And eventually Volgrim will have both,
As you wish.
but he only has a limited number of them. You also have access to his serpent holes, but for now we're just going to feed
This
him.
will be fun for both of us.
And here's the thing. It's a one-way trip. So if I feed Volgrim all the souls I
As
have,
you wish.
then I have none left.
You make sure
And he
they
holds on to them.
scream, horseman.
I'm just going to up my physical damage. He holds on to them for me. So if I die or lose a fight, I don't lose
Volgrim
anything.
and his demon tongue. They live to confound and feed of the scraps of a world they help destroy.
Indeed they do.
But despite his thirst for souls, Volgrim may be a useful tool on this journey.
So they've given, when I said this was, baby's first Souls-like, I wasn't kidding. They've given us the ability to store souls, literally, store our souls, with Volgrim. Now, I wouldn't trust the guy with a $2 bill, but needs must when the devil drives. Literally, in this case. Oh look, spider webs, because spiders aren't creepy enough. Yeah, that's Fury's charge attack. So there's, Death has the scythe,
The
grow.
length these roots have grown. They seem to have taken over everything.
Indeed, mistress.
Kind of like they did in Remnant. Anyway, Death has the harpoon. Or not. War has the harpoon. Death has the scythe. Throw. Fury has me running away. Damn that. Oh yeah, I guess Death never did get wings. Huh. But that's an updraft. We'll come back to that. There's going to be a lot of the... Because of the nature of the game, there's going to be an awful lot of... We'll get back to that. Nope. How about you? Nope. How about you? No. What about you, Sparky? Fury has the saw blade. Doesn't have a whole lot of range, but it hits hard. And we don't have the ability to make that jump, so I guess we're going this way. Almost didn't make that. Yeah, there's an issue with, like the death grip in
I'm
the sequel.
curious as to who remains here, if anyone.
Can be the auto targeting for the scythe can be not scythe. The whip can be a little
This will be fun for both of
iffy.
us. As you wish.
I'm just gonna go ahead and give myself some more health.
Do make sure they scream, horseman.
And that's the first time we've seen humans.
Behind me, wee ones. Let me tend to our
Oh, look,
uninvited
it's our friend.
guests. A horseman.
Fury. Currently reserving the right to kill you where you stand. And you are?
Surprised, and more than a little relieved. Call me Ulthane Blackhammer.
So you'll not be flattening me today?
A maker, are you not?
Aye, when there's something to make. Today, my skills are only aimed towards instruments of death.
This is not your war.
No, not theirs neither. Like your council, I care for balance, horsemen. Humans, frail as they be, are part of the balance. Surely you're here to help protect them.
Wrong question.
A tribe of useless, hairless simians whose greatest talent was inventing ingenious new ways to divide and destroy one another.
She's not wrong.
They could suffer forever or die tomorrow, and I wouldn't bat an eye either way.
And what is your business here?
What do they call you?
Jones.
Jones. Question me again with your last breath.
Look around. Look what's happened here. Do you honestly think anything scares me now?
Easy, lad. This one's none for trifles.
Yeah? What do I have to lose? This moronic conflict makes you all look so stupid. Angel, demon, horseman, even maker. What are you even fighting for, huh? Tell me.
I like this one. You may continue breathing, Jones.
Horsemen, please. To have you on our side would turn the tide in ways we cannot measure. Humanity might stand a chance.
While my mission does involve balance, it does not require them. I am here to root out the 7 deadly sins and return them to the Council. No less, no more.
What if I can help you? That bit of chain you carry could use some work.
I sincerely doubt that. I'm faring quite well without any help.
Of course. But in case you missed the moniker, I am a maker who specializes in instruments of destruction, chaos, and the deliverance of pain. So it stands to reason that we little Ulthane could enhance your arsenal if your horsemanship would give me the chance.
In exchange for?
Humanity will not survive without aid. If you come across any humans on your journey, please direct them here. Haven is the only place they might be sufficiently protected.
Direct them? How do you expect the apes to cross a battlefield and find you?
Oh, I don't. They'll need this. The bridge. Only humans can use it. One touch, they're sent to Haven.
Must I touch them? I accept your offer, Maker. Though I doubt it will make your collection any less useless.
We have a non-deal, then. As a show of good faith, a gift. Wrath.
Where?
You seek a pit of hellstretch set in the nether, beneath the city. And please, horsemen.
Yes, yes. I will shepherd the wee ones your way, pointless as it may be.
We'll see. And remember, Fury. The doors of Haven stand open to any who ask.
And the Bridgestone, an enchanted stone etched with ancient maker magic. It allows instantaneous transportation of any human directly to Haven. Useful. So that's kind of one of the major side quests. Is that in certain spots you'll find humans hiding out, and all you have to do is interact with them once, and they're added to the collection, and you'll get credit for it. I think if you collect everybody, you get special equipment or something like that. But the other question that you should be asking is, last time we saw Ulthane was after the events in this game, and he was by himself. So what happened?
They don't have much, but they get by. It's what humans do.
Haven welcomes you.
And I do not believe I have the enchantments required for... So, Ulthane will act as our blacksmith for this game.
I'm glad I'm not out there anymore.
Well, see, we've already seen a lot of those grubs.
I can finally sleep safe.
I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything, like, hidden. And this is... What is this? Oh, right. Can't go that way. I was going to talk about something, but I forgot what it was. Oh, right. Excuse me.
He is certainly committed to his cause.
Ulthane, he is blind to what truly matters.
Perhaps, yes.
Just another pawn who will never understand the game into which he's been played. And he does love the sound of his own voice, doesn't he?
Not like anyone I know.
Did you say something?
What? The pot calling the kettle black, maybe? Okay, there we go. So, Ulthane will act as our blacksmith for the game, and all he requires is certain materials. You don't have to pay souls for any of these. Speaking of which, hi, Welcome. Bulgrim is our bonfire, for lack of a better term. Our checkpoint or safety. There we go. And like in 2, because we're in need of resources, not necessarily experience, but souls. There we go. We've leveled up, or we've gained enough wrath for Havoc form. More adamantine. Adamantine is going to be our primary resource for upgrading the whip. We can't climb that yet. But we're going to seek out fights. Also because they're not as obnoxiously long as they were with Death. Where you'd be wailing on a dude for several minutes before having to worry about whether or not he was going to die. Come here. Oh, you did. Where did you come from? Yeah. Okay. I am stuck on a taxi. So this is one of the things the game does to balance the fact that you don't have the stamina, is it requires a significant amount of time for Fury to use the Nephilim's response. Or any object. But somebody uncorked this sewer. You can actually upgrade the speed at which you use items. That's going to be our sticking point. Oh, right. The other thing is, occasionally, if you wipe out like a pack of enemies, one of them will drop a charge for the Nephilim's Respite. So even if, like just happened, you get your butt kicked and you have to fall back on your healing, you'll get that healing back as long as you don't, whiff it too bad. These shadow enemies are extra hard and designed to be a challenge. But they usually drop some pretty good stuff. Or guard some pretty good stuff. In this case, it was that adamantium. So we could go level up our... So it's not quite exponential. It's... The cost to level up is, it's like 1, 2, 4, 8. I can't remember what that's called. It's not geometric, or it might be geometric. Let's go pick a fight. And apparently break his AI. Never had that happen before, but alright. And we'll come back here, but more importantly, we get whatever that is. More adamantium. So yeah, we're gonna find plenty of upgrades for Fury's weapons. And there are a couple. There we go.
Please, no, just kill me. Oh, stop your blubbering, human. Come to me. Now. Do you want to live?
What?
If you want to live, I can send you to a safe place. Safe as any, I suppose. Touch it. Idiots. It's a miracle they ruled the Earth for as long as they did.
I do love her. She's great because she's so obnoxious. Kind of like Death's being sarcastic.
Ugh. It smells like death in here. Trust me. We shared a room 1,000 years ago.
Good to know. Uh-oh. Don't crash. Oh, thank God. Especially not now. Hey, Volgrim.
Goody, this will be fun for both of us. As you wish.
So right now, I'm focusing on damage output. We are going to want to upgrade Volgrim's our arcane damage count, specifically for the counterattacks, because those can do a ton of damage if we upgrade them correctly. But we're almost at time, and I need to check my recording because, according to this, I've been peaking the audio, which is just a bit strange. I'm gonna go about it. I'm gonna call it a video here, just to check over the recording, make sure I don't have to do this again. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.